Hello, everyone. Welcome to the course on Foundation and Substructure Construction. I am today's lecturer, Zhou Deiyu. The main content of today's lesson is the operation steps of the 1+X construction process, implementation and simulation practice platform for management training. We learn the anchor support, virtual simulation, practical operation, link of the foundation and the substructure through the platform. Let's start to learn on the platform. First, double-click the software 1+X construction process, implementation and simulation practice platform for management training. Click play to enter the platform. This website can only be accessed when connected to the internet. Then enter the account number and the password to log in. Generally, it is your own account, and the password is the same as the account number. After entering it, click to log in. You can see two modules. The first module is the practice mode. The second module is the assessment mode. Usually, when we practice on the computer, we only need the first practice mode, while the second module is only used during the exam. Next, we focus on the practice mode. Click to enter. You can see that there are 7 modules: substructure, roof and waterproofing, engineering, concrete, decoration, steel structure, prefabricated, structure, and masonry. Next, we focus on the substructure modules. After clicking on substructure, you will see rock bolt, support, steel pipe soil nailing, CFG pile module, etc. pop up below, and you can drag them freely with the mouse. Let's take the anchor support as an example to demonstrate the operation. The first step is to choose the correct drawing. There are 3 drawings below. You can click to enlarge to view the correct drawing. Click the correct drawing in the small box. Then click OK to enter. Next, we need to select labor, materials, and machinery for the anchor support. It requires everyone to know the construction technology of the anchor support. First, click on the correct option in manual labor and select the correct support worker and shotcrete worker. Select the correct option of materials. Click on anchor bolt. Reinforced concrete. Select the correct option for machinery. Click on excavator. Steel tape measure. Shotcrete machine. Then submit. If you choose the wrong one, you can't submit it. At this time, the software will show you the correct option. Then we submit it again. Next, let's start selecting the material toolbox. The selection of the toolbox is on the right. The first step is to click on the toolbox to obtain the excavator. Click the green check mark. According to the excavation construction plan, the earthwork is excavated in layers to -2 meters. When the excavator uses machinery to carry out earthwork, it is strictly forbidden to over-excavate the sidewall or cause the soil on the sidewall to loosen. Next, click on the toolbox to obtain the shovel. Click the check mark. According to the different conditions of soil quality, 50 to 100 millimeters thick soil should be reserved for the slope. The slope repairer should use a shovel to trim the slope surface in order to ensure the smoothness of the shotcrete surface. Hang a guiding line to measure the slope angle to ensure the slope foot does not encroach the structure. Next, click the toolbox to obtain the steel tape measure. Click the check mark. Measure the position of the column according to the drawing. Next, click the toolbox to obtain the rotary drill. Click the check mark. The hole diameter, hole depth, hole spacing, and the inclination angle must meet the design standards, and the error meets the requirements of technical code for building slope engineering GB 50,332,002. In order to ensure the drilling depth, the actual drilling depth should be 0.5 meters greater than the design depth. Next, click the toolbox to obtain the high-pressure fan. Click the check mark. After drilling into each borehole, the residue and stone powder in the hole should be removed before lowering the anchor pile. Adopt high-pressure air. The wind pressure of 0.2, 0.4 MPa, and clean the hole twice through high-pressure water circulation. Then, the accumulated water should be discharged with a pipe to avoid reducing the bonding strength between the cement mortar and the hole wall. After drilling holes, cotton yarn or cement packaging woven bags should be used to block the holes for temporary protection before grouting. Next, click the toolbox to obtain the steel tape measure. Click the check mark. Before making the anchor pile, measure the actual length of the drilling hole and intercept the length of the anchor body according to the borehole number. Next, click on the toolbox to obtain the anchor point number matching. Click the check mark. The anchor pile is cut with a cutting machine according to the designed length. The anchor pile is usually not allowed to be welded by electric welding. The length is extended by connectors. A centering frame is set every 2 meters on the pile body. The upper rod head is connected with LM32 screw and rod anchor, and the free section is sleeved with PVC casing, which is filled with anti-corrosion oil. Next, click the toolbox to obtain the shotcrete machine. Click the check mark. The grouting must be full and dense. The strength requirements of grouting body. Rock bolt is greater than or equal to 35 megapascal. Anchor cable is greater than or equal to 40 megapascal. The slurry should be stirred evenly and screened, and the grouting pipeline should always be kept unblocked. Next, click the toolbox to obtain the reinforcing bar. Click the check mark. After the strength of the same curing reaches 50%, rock ball tightens the nut on the end rod screw and presses the bearing plate on the anchor head. The anchor cable locks the anchor pad plate and the lock, and manually presses the lock piece with the working anchor. Conduct temporary protection to the slope body before tensioning, and conduct permanent protection to the anchor cable by pouring anti-corrosion grease into the gap near the orifice before installing the anchor. Next, Click the toolbox to obtain the PVC pipe. Click the check mark. Reinforcing bar mesh can be welded or binding. The allowable deviation of the mesh is 10 mm. When bar mesh is laid, the overlap length of each side is not less than the side length of one mesh, or 200 mm. If it is not welded, the welded length is not less than 10 times the diameter of the mesh bars. Next, click the toolbox to obtain the concrete sprayer. Click the check mark. The reinforcing bar mesh in the surface layer should be firmly fixed on the sidewall and meet the thickness of the protective layer required by the specification. Next, click the toolbox to obtain the mold. Click the check mark. When spraying concrete, the spraying sequence should be from bottom to top. The distance between the nozzle and the sprayed surface should be controlled within 0.8 to 1.5 meters. The jet direction should point vertically to the sprayed surface, and the spraying thickness should be 80 millimeters. Next, click point number matching. All construction steps of the second floor are the same as those of the first floor. Next, click the point number matching. It prompts the length of the soil nails in third layer. Before spraying the third layer, clean up the floating slurry layer and the loose debris. Add the stubble joint and spray water to make it wet. Complete the simulation operation module of anchor support construction. The above is the virtual simulation operation of anchor support construction. Through this lesson, I hope that everyone can master the construction process of anchor support. Buildings rise among mountains, and Guizhou engineering fulfilled through wisdom. Today's lesson ends here. Thank you for listening.